Hi guys, welcome and welcome back to Leela Budgets. I'm sorry for the radio silence and the lack of what we missed last Friday's cash stuffing and Tiny Tuesdays. Wasn't actually very well this week. I'm still not 100%. I also had to go and pick Lee up from school yesterday. She got sent home, so we also had a nice little trip to the hospital to make sure that she was okay, as far as okay can be. With if she's going to brew something, she's going to brew something. So I have last week's and this week's money to cash stuff, which is going to confuse me immensely, because I normally work off a cheat sheet for each week, which I break down when I do my budget. So please bear with me. I'm just getting the pens out. So unorganised as usual. And we will crack on with this whilst the kids are giving me 5 minutes to think, which is probably not going to last very long. And if I have to dash off very quickly, I have to dash off really quickly. You're all used to that and the abrupt ending on the last video. I think on the last video I was saying that I know Emily at Autumn Budgets had said about Great Ormond Street, and the last point I got to, or the first point I got to, was that it's, as a parent, etc., it is really expensive when your child's having treatment there. Yes, the treatment is covered by the NHS, but in terms of for you looking after yourself, etc., you know, feeding yourself, all the rest of, like, just generally, like, looking after yourself, etc., it's just really quite expensive. I'd also like to add on in the points of the orthotic surgeon. Unfortunately, Lee is not under that department anyway, but the way that the hospitals all work is that you have a child with whatever the condition is, it needs to be discussed and their care needs to be discussed, and before any surgery is done, it goes to something called normally a multi-disciplinary team meeting. So there is absolutely no way on earth that that surgeon operated on 700 children without other people being involved. No way. So systemically, it is bad. Like, colossal level bad. I can't even explain. It's just, even the thought of it's just horrific. Yeah. Like, there is no way that he was solely responsible for making the decisions to put those children under. There would have been lots of other professionals who also made those decisions, and as much as he's completely, obviously, you know, completely in the wrong and in all intents and purposes evil beyond belief for doing what he's done to those children, he wasn't alone in it. Just bear that in mind. Right, enough on that, because that is not what we're here for. We are here for cash stuffing. I need to empty out this. I haven't brought my purse up. There's nothing in it. I didn't cash stuff for last week, so in theory I could just take these bits out and do play challenges, but I'm not going to, because, yeah, we'll play with those bits and then that's that done for a minute. Right, in fact, I'm going to put that to one side and we'll deal with that later. Okay, so I've got two piles of money because each week I do separate it all out. And I'm going to try and do a combined cash stuffing. The jam donut thing, the supermarket suddenly went to, like, win back 100% of your, you know, a chance to win back 100% of your purchase. I don't think I'm going to do my food, like, my money on those vouchers again. I think, like, coming up to Christmas and stuff, buying the vouchers for Jam Donut to do, like, B&M and places like that, fine. But for my weekly food shop and things, it's just not working for me. But we live and learn. You have to try these new things out. That's fine. It's not really majorly affecting my budget in any way, shape or form. So, right, I'm going to get mega confused. I'm going to combine the monies together so that we only have 3 piles instead of 6, because I can't remember which piles for which week, in all honesty. Right, and we will go on with this. Right, so Fuel should have got 15 last week. 15. I mean, because obviously I'd got the money on the vouchers. And then 10, it would have got 10 for this week. So 25 in that. Didn't help that on the Tesco's website it said that the fuel stations would accept the gift card, and then when I actually went in they said computer says no. Really helpful, thanks Tesco's. Because I was thinking, oh, it got pumped up and I had like 6% cash back on it. Oh, that could be good for every month, getting 6% cash back on your fuel. No. Right, anyway, so that's those two done. Making Memories was going to get £10 for last week, which also means that that's going to get £15 for this week. So, right, what have we got in here now anyway? Because some of it came out and I didn't rub it off because I'm really good like that. So we now have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So we can cross off, we can tick off another icon on the day trips, which is just what I'm using for Making Memories, which is by Abundant Budgets, and I've used it several times over so far. Let me find a black Sharpie. My desk is a complete and utter bomb site. I was doing some Makaton training yesterday, so kind of all my books are shunted that way. So yeah, right. That's Making Memories covered for 2 weeks. Okay, then it was Hair and Beauty, and last week it was to get nothing, and this week it's to get 100. So, okay, 10, 20, 10, 20, 20, 40, 60, 81. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's right. Okay. I'm also trying to do this slightly quick because I know that they're going to start downstairs soon. So what have we got in here now? My hair costs about £90 each time I get it done, but I do like to keep a buffer and build it up. And I've got a little bit in there for the girls. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 70. Okie dokie. And then, like I say, there's some money that I've separated out for the girls' hair if they... My hairdresser never charges me for them, but just in case she one day does. Right, so that's that. Train tickets was getting nothing last week, but getting 5 this week. So, and we are going to London shortly, so we'll be using some of it then. 20, 40, 50, 5, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 110. Perfect. We've got 2 trips to Great Ormond Street in... No, we haven't. We've got 1 trip to Great Ormond Street in November. We've got 2 appointments with them, but one's video, so that's why I was confused. Carl was getting nothing last week and nothing this week. Renewal's got nothing last week, but was getting £5. Oops, and I've had to cut my car envelope open. I have got a new one downstairs for it. Renewals was getting £5. Oh, we'll put a Charlie in there just because. Okay, I'm doing blue. So at the moment we should have, oops, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 10, 20, 30, 35. Yep, so that's right. Okay, my next renewal will be my Costco membership, which will be due in March, April time, I think. I can't remember. I've got them all written down somewhere anyway, so it's fine. And then Amazon Prime is due, I pay that annually, so that's due September. And actually, I think I've got some money in a Monzo pot for Costco as well, so this is just generally for renewals, and I'll use it for whichever renewal comes up. I would say comes up first, but I kind of, as they come up, I'll use them to balance that off. Holidays was getting £100. Now this will be changing hopefully very soon. It's not going into the Scotland trip, but it's going in there. So right, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Oops. And hopefully soon I will be able to tell you all about our news, which will be lovely. Unfortunately at the moment it's all in the hands of other people. Oops. Right, miscellaneous was getting nothing last week and getting £10 this week. So I think I've currently got 30 in there. Yeah, £30 in there at the minute. Time for us was getting 25. And I'm using the anniversary track from Cash But Cute. So 10, 20. I don't like that 5. It's not because it's not. I mean, I like the Queen notes, but it just is horrible. Right, so that's that one. And I think it's this pink. I always get the pinks. No, it's definitely not that pink. I always get the pinks muddled up. I think it's this one. So we need to mark off the other half, which is the 5, and then 2 more tables. So that one, right, that one, and we've got 50 quid in there now. That one, yeah, that makes 5. Okay, I'm not really sure when I'm going to use this, but it's nice just to have a little bit put aside, isn't it? Our anniversary is actually in September and we don't do anything for it, so. And then 1 week ahead gets funded from the Tiny Tuesdays. That is now my kids starting downstairs because clearly I can't have 5 minutes to myself. Gifts, I'm just having a quick look. Gifts was getting nothing. Right, so the only thing in the white binder's getting some is Happy Mail, and it's getting a £5. That's getting skipped, Happy Mail. Right, £5 to go in there. You're fine! There's nothing wrong with them whatsoever. Lee is off school because she got sent home yesterday, but I took her to the hospital, had her checked out, and she's okay. So don't be worrying about them. Right, then... Right, the new green binder. Okay, so eating out was getting 10. Oh, there is money in there, okay. So we were working on this, and for some reason I've ticked off £3, but I've got £5 in there, which is a bit confusing. So I'm going to tick off the prawn crackers. This is obviously also by Nikki at Cash But Cute, and then we're putting a tenner in. So okay, we haven't got one for a 10. Let's do veggie pancake rolls and the barbecue spare ribs, because that makes 10. Okay, so that is that one done. Then I'm sure it wasn't getting anything. Was it getting anything? No. Okay, so that's not got anything, right. Utilities is getting, all of them are getting £10 basically. So let's just take all of them out because we do £10. I normally do gas and electric 1 week and water the next, so all 3 of them will be getting, which means water is complete. How fab. Right, let's start with that one because it's there. I've also got the laminated version now. Woo. So, colour it in, or it wasn't done. It didn't happen. Okay, so I mean, I will try and clean these off and laminate them and whatever else, but you know when you're just like, I don't know how well this is going to come off. And I know the laminator actually takes some of the erasable pens away, marks away when you stick it through, but just in case. Right, so £10 in there, which means we should have 200. So let's do a little quick count. And we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 82. So that is fantastic. I am well pleased that that little buffer has been created. Although it might get emptied for something else, but that's fine. I have just done a new fixed rate for my gas and electric because it was due to come to an end in November. I've got my gas one as well so that you can see them. And put the tenner in. Right, so we should have 190. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 90. Right, where's that at the back? Okay, so we'll colour that in. Yeah, so I've just done my fixed rate again, and the monthly payments are less than the payments I'm paying now, but the standing charges are more, so I'm still not sure quite how that works, but we'll see how we get on. I don't think, in other words, I don't think it's going to be too horrific, and hopefully this was preventative for nothing. But like I say, it might all be being used for something else. Anyway, so yeah. Although I will put week 4's money in here just to complete it if that something else suddenly happens, because I want to complete the challenges. So that is that. Fab. I'll leave the orange one out because we're going to use it in a second. So that's gas. So one more week, next week, that will be complete. And I haven't actually, I normally draw all 4 weeks' monies out and then separate it off, but I only drew 3 weeks' monies out because I had a split payment on something. So, and my electric ones. So, again, this should now have 190 in. I'll give it a quick check. You're fine! 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Right. So that's correct as well. Perfect. Okay, so La is a little bit kind of all over the place today because I was doing a training course yesterday, which meant that it was pre-arranged. Lee was at school and my mum had La at her house. So I dropped La off at my mum's, dropped Lee at school, came home, logged on to do my marketing training. We were just about getting to break time and this phone rang from school saying, Lee's not very well. The community nurse has been in to do some training with one of the members of staff to get her signed off on her peg or her Mickey button. And she's also said that we should call you to come and pick her up. Great. Okay. So I whizzed into school. I was there in 5 minutes. Picked her up. Then promptly whizzed her around to my mum's. Because who else can you trust if you can't trust your mum, eh? All right, so health would have got 15 last week and 10 this week, so it's 25 going into health. I've just had the OT, the private OT bill come in at £75 a session. So I might have to ramp this up, but at the moment we've got, because she's got 7 sessions, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 5, 55, 65, 75, 85, 95, 3, 10, 20, 30. So £330 there, but like I say, 150 of that's whoosh, gone. Mr. Leela, I might have to pay for some of it soon. Okay. Then Christmas gets its... I knew I was 20 quid adrift and I put it somewhere. Where did I put it? Christmas gets its usual 10 each week, and... yeah, I knew I was out. Oh, I know. There's 20 quid in my purse. So for now, we won't do games today. We'll just use this. Right, so Christmas gets its usual 10 each week. So that is £20 going in there. Park Christmas. So far for next year, I've already put away. Each one's £25. So 50 quid is in park sitting there. It won't be doing it that fast, to be fair. And then, am I still out? Probably. My head's been everywhere. I can't even find my binders. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Right. So preschool's getting nothing. That's getting nothing for the minute. That's school stuff. Half term's getting nothing for the moment. I don't think it was getting any for last week either. Double check. Yeah, none for those, any of those. Right, so Gosh is getting its usual £5 per week for our Gosh trips. So that will be 2 of those. 1, 2. Oh, they're absolutely fine. What? Oh, that was 1, 2. Right, that's that one. And that's for the DS group. And I just won't give it any for one of the weeks, which is fine. I'm now going to run downstairs and see what is going on because Lee is crying and that's not that often happening. And I did hear a little thud, but I'm sure she's fine. And I will catch you all really soon, hopefully with a Tiny Tuesday on Tuesday. In the meantime, have a fantastic weekend. Take care, look after yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye.